Hello, folks. This is 8 Sigma 8 Preps and Thrives. Sorry I haven't been on the air for a while. Health reasons. Anyways, so the title of this video is based on what's in the box. So I got a lot of boxes filled with stuff. So when I go to the thrift store, I always locate a box, a container. Any kind of container, because I don't want to walk around carrying a lot of stuff in my hand, and people want to see what I have. So I'd rather put it in a container like this and then use that, to hide the things I'm getting. There's a lot of people shadowing me and want to see what I'm getting. What's Ed getting? What's he into? Well, guess what? Let's find out what's in the box. All right. Anyways, what I have here is tactical balls. All right, tactical balls are, if I got it new in the box, these little LED lights. So you roll them, do your fancy stuff. You're doing all that fancy stuff. You want to do commando stuff like that. But anyways, but I know somebody that can use it. I'm not that type of person. I live the simple life. Anyways, here's Uncle Mike's holster. Uncle Mike's. It's a reputable place. You can buy things, if you're on a budget. But Uncle Mike's, this little pocket holster, you can carry a lot of little things in there, whatever, by Allen, rifle stock, gun stock. Where you can get this. You can get that stuff over there at Wally World. So, hey, it's an ammo box. You want to go hunting, you want to waterproof your stuff. Not 100% waterproof, but it's made by a good place, a good manufacturer. It's made in the USA. I'm sorry. And so it's a case guard, when you carry your ammo, and it's made in the USA, and it's a rifle slip top, whatever, for every type of smoke color. Put your rounds, you can go from 30-06, 308, and other basic rounds, 270s. So anyways, so going down, I have paracord, and this paracord is made in Chinesia. But if I have somebody that says, hey, you got any paracord, I'll give them the Chinese crap. So fluorescent, but it's good to do other tie downs. Yeah, here's the other paracord that I found over there. You can't go wrong, with paracord. It could be cheap. It could be, the good stuff, but something's better than nothing, Like I always said, right? 2 is 1. Guess what? 1 is none. Always think in that direction, aquamarina. I got water treatment drops and so on. And it was in someone else's, storage unit. And the storage unit that this person had was a prepper. Their prepping stuff can be your stuff. Well, guess what? It's mine now. And so here's a paracord bracelet. And I also have, Exotac, a replacement ferrocerium rod, comparable with all Nano Strikers products and can be used alone, leaving coating on the rod until ready to use. So if I come across an Exotac, ferrocerium rod kit, well, guess what? That's the kit I have. So this bracelet, it's meant for small, little, finicky hands. Who knows? It's a paracord bracelet. Well, next on the list, I have a Falco holster for a revolver. So, the gun holsters company, Falco. And so Falco holsters, you can reach them in their website. But this one is it's a paddle holster. Meant for some revolver, a 38 special, short, snub, 2-inch, whatever. Falco, I looked them up. They're cool holsters, but they're solid leather. And so, but this one's not made by Falco. But this one's another snub nose, 38 special. And it's made by, let's see if I can pronounce the name of the company, Rob Leahy. simply rugged holsters made in the USA, made in America. Look at that paddle holster. You can give it a different angle, whatever, how you want to carry it. That was part of the finds that I came across. And so here's another survival strap, bracelet, another color, these nice colors. But look at how small they are. They're really small. So somebody with small wrists, but I know a dudette that knows a dudette that can use that. Here's the other thing. It took me a while to figure it out what it's for, but it's a locking mechanism for those red fuel cans or water cans that you put in the side of your vehicle. It's made by it's a pack mount extension, and it's Ride Down Power Sports on Boulder or something like that. But anyways, this is what I picked up, and I have 2 of these fuel cans, so I just got to find the right stuff to mount it on my vehicle. Here's another paddle holster, really fancy one, nice thick leather. But I know a dude that knows a dude that can use this. So it's made by the same company as the other one, Rob Lee, made in America. Anyways, it's good stuff. And another Exo Tac, ferrous pod rod replacement with a little what do you call it? Rubber sealant. Brudden 9020G. It has, a lot of things: graduation, declination scale, inclination scale, orienteering lines, inch and millimeters, scales, tungsten steel needle, friction-free, sapphire, and so on. Can't go wrong with a compass. So, anyways, the other thing is made in America. It's a busted cap. Fits the Maglite D cell rechargeables. So the end caps, where you put your batteries, I have plenty of those flashlights. Well, this one is made by Wicked Laser. Well, that's a laser pointer, and so on. See, nothing fancy. But anyways, here's the good thing. All you guys would like it, this lockpick set with its little handles, soft little handles. If you got delicate hands, you don't have these roughneck hands, that's all full of, callus and stuff. You can sandpaper wood and stainless steel. But anyways, this lockpick set, I don't know who it's made by, but it's good to have. See, if I don't have it, I gotta have it. And would I practice on locks? Well, if I have the time, I don't have the time right now. And so, anyways, Craftsman, this bit set. Well, let's find out what's in it. It's a little bit of everything, so I might as well see what it's got. Well, it looks like it's never been used. It might have. It's probably missing a couple of bits. Yeah, it's missing 2. Anyways, you see that? I can use this around, my home. And do I have a kit like this? No, I don't, but I got to have it, you know what I mean? So that's the end of this box. Well, guess what? So box number 2, different size. Look at that. All right. So what's in the box? Well, let's find out. Again, everybody needs one of these, I mean, you can clamp onto anything. It's a portable clamp. For you freaks, this is extra large. So, bag full of zip ties, white zip ties. Guess what? Can't go wrong with zip ties. You got to have zip ties, like I always do. If I don't have it, I got to have it. Most people think, why do you have so much junk, Ed? Well, can't afford the good stuff at retail stores. I don't know what the heck is this. Sandal Flex. Flexible sandpaper. Oh, okay. Now I know. Anyways, so I got some cordage. White cordage. Do I need it? Yes, I do need it. And do I have some? Yes, I do. So Remember, 2 is 1, 1 is none. Guess what? I got P for plenty. And so, we all know what this is for us car dudes. You know, if you want to check your tires, you know, the tire pressure, you know, just plug it into that little nipple. Guess what? It will give you a reading on your tire pressure. We all know what this is. Guess what? You know, if you want to know the shape of something, you're working in, you know, interior of your home, you want to get that angle or this weird, you know, tile thing you have to put. Guess what? I have one. Yeah, I paid $3, but, you know, you take grandma, you get a discount. Anyways, a tester. You know, continuity tester, I think so. And guess what? It has a little light bulb right there in the end. You touch a positive and a negative, it will light you up. And this is pretty sharp, so be careful with that. And, well, something. It goes to something. It might be for a, you know, multimeter. And remember, you can't go wrong with a flashlight. Okay, this flashlight is, well, I can't pronounce it in Fiat Electric. And it's got a zoom in and zoom out. As you can see, zoom in, you know, and zoom out. What does it take? Who knows? I think it's D batteries or chuckle batteries. C's? Yeah, it's D's. You know, and it has a back button so you can turn it on and off. But like I always say, you know, someone else's preps can be your preps. And guess what? About half the stuff that I have here, I'm just looking at it, is going to be my preps. Because I can't afford the retail places because it costs a lot of freaking money. And money doesn't go far anymore because political reasons. Here's another clamp, a medium-sized clamp. And so it's got these plastic rubber things. You know, if you get a little freaky with your freaks, guess what? It's there. It won't do any damage. A Craftsman screwdriver. You know, a long one. You can't go wrong with Craftsman. Right. Oh, another one. So you already saw that. I already explained it. Guess what? More screwdrivers. Can't go wrong. See this beat up one? Save the beat up ones. Because people will ask you, hey, loan me a screwdriver. You give them a beat up one. Even though it looks good and it's made by, who knows, it's all worn out. I have another one. All right, it's a Craftsman one. Never give your good stuff to your friends or somebody, loan them out because they never return them. If you want to pull some teeth, guess what? Who made these? It's made in Japan. And it was $3. But when you take your grandma with you, you get a grandma discount. Anyways. Oh, yeah. You can't go wrong with Craftsman, you know. And they're just right. Right size. But get them all. Get different sizes. You know, remember, 2 is 1, 1 is none. So, adjustable pliers, you know, channel locks. Can't go wrong with channel locks. Another Craftsman, but this is a Phillips. As you can see, same, oh, I just noticed. They're probably from the same set. Anyways, more zip ties, different sizes zip ties, but these are special zip ties. As you can see, I don't have these. If I don't have it, I gotta have it. Anyways, you know, oh yeah, vice grips. Yeah, I paid $5 because, you know, the made in America. Everything in made in America is a little higher than made in Chinese, Korea, India, you know. But these, you can't. Oh, it's Craftsman. No wonder it's $5 at the thrift store. Wire, can't go wrong with wire. So I have, you know, red wire, little thin gauge. Doesn't tell me what gauge it is. Keep digging. Oh, I got a magnet. See this magnet back here? You can, if you can't reach down in your vehicle, you know, you're trying to get that nut or that bolt, you got to have one. A scraper with that razor scraper. It's got this nice, you know, handle on here. Everything is all good. It's used, but I don't have it. But I got to have it, right? That's the name of the game. Oh, here's another one. Can't go wrong with a box cutter. So who's made by? Stanley. You can buy a dime a dozen at Snap. Oh, shit. I didn't see this. It's made in, it's Olympia Tools, right? A 5-piece precision screwdriver set. See? Oh, made in Chinese, yeah. Well, anyways, I don't have something like that. Yeah. A 3M TH550. Yeah, I pay $3. I don't have one of these. It's weird. It's got some, I gotta lube it up. See, it's got some wire cutters right there. Some weird clamping system, wire strippers, crimping. I don't have this. I have the standard one. But who's it made by? 3M. Ugh. Anyways, let's get into it. Here's another one. These are the basic ones. It gives you everything, all the sizes and gauges and stuff, so you can do some wire stripping with this. And guess what? I have plenty of these. So this is brand new. So I'll give my cheap ones to a friend or something like that when they want to buy a pick. We all need picks, especially when you go to the dentist and you see that pick going in your mouth, all this horror things, fear, everything. You want to scream because all you're thinking about is pain. But guess what? I don't know what the heck this is, but it was $3. And so, yeah, I paid $3. So, because it was a good storage unit. Whatever this is for, and it's, max, 12 millimeter, crimp. This might be a crimper or something. I don't have it. So, one day I will. Oh, let me bring this. You're going to like this stuff. You guys going to like this. All right. See this wrench? 19 and 22 millimeter, right? So I paid $3, and so on. I don't have this stuff. I do my own work on my vehicles. I want to take a hose or something that you cannot weave in there, but you have an open end. So I got the 19 to 20, 22 millimeter, 9 millimeter to, who knows? Oh yeah, 11 millimeter, and it goes to 10, to 12 millimeter. It looks like it's a set. A 13 millimeter to a 14. Oh yeah, it is a set. And a 16 to a 17 millimeter, and then this other one, SK, 10 millimeter. Whenever you come across a 10 millimeter, get them. Don't just get one. P for plenty. Get as many as you can, because these things have legs and they walk away. A 10 millimeter. Guess what? I have a set. I never had a set like that. Another tester. Well, I showed you the other one, but this, 2 is 1, 1 is none, right? So, man, let me get this, dump this crap out. 1/2-inch extender. And these are the tough ones. Where is it made by? Who knows? But I have another one. Crescent wrench, small one. Made by Stanley. Well, anyways, here's another one. Okay. Warning, wear safety glasses with this. Okay. If you guys know what it is, but I can use it for something, for whatever. Came across this, Victoria Knox, Swiss Army knife, a little pocket one. It has 1, 2 scissors, 3, 4, 5 features. You got a tweezers, all right, a file, which is this one right here. See that? A file, little pocket knife, and then the other one is probably a toothpick. Yep, it's a toothpick. Guess what? You can't go wrong with a little Swiss Army pocket knife. All right, Chameleon 10-footer. All right, you know what that is? Oh yeah, adjustable compass. If you know how to use this. Back in the 70s, we had to learn how to use these tools. Here's a blade scraper, another pick. I don't have one, but now I do. All right, blades for this thing. I see, paired them up, so I got blades. All right. I know what it is for, but it's missing. It's, you know, the ends that you can clamp onto those weird clamps. All right, got this tool. These things walk away a lot. If you have, electric tools like saw blades, whatever, and you need that wrench to get in there, or you got grinders, you need this wrench. Well, you know what it is. Anyways, look, a keychain, channel lock, some kind of novel thing, yeah. Ferrocerium rod with magnesium, we all see these, sparkle, sparking insert. So when you scrape, you get a nice, 90-degree edge, and you can scrape this and create a spark. Let's try it out. Do I have something to scrape apart? Well, I can't do it now. I'll do it later. Anyways, I got these screw extractor set, 4-piece. I think it's for $2. Well, I have another set, but now 2 is 1. 1 is none. So I made sure that I didn't screw up on the other ones. What they paid for them, I faded away. Oh, $10. So that's this box, right? So what's in this box? Who knows? Because I forgot, because I bought a lot of stuff, within a month, and it was a good storage units, at Attic Fanatics. You got to have rainy day money, because you never know what you're going to come across, Anyways, let's find out. A couple of sacks. Well, you can always use a couple of sacks. Oh, Urban Carry. Good stuff. I guess so. Total comfort, total concealment. For what it was in there, who knows what it was in there. But can't go wrong with a couple of sacks. Anyways, Brownell's Universal Pistol Armor's Block. You see that? Boom. You know how much these things cost? I won't tell you. Oh yeah, G23 10 rounder. That was at a storage unit. Anyways, a G23. Another one. What cal? 40. What else? All right, for a 10 mil Glock, as you can see. 4 right here. All right, remember that number, 4. Not this one, but there's 4 of them. I got this hammer. Hard plastic, brass. If you're working on those Pez dispensers, you know what I'm talking about. So, look at that. All right, this is from Lula. So, if you're doing your thing, compress, drop a round in here, one of those Pez candies, and this is your Pez dispenser. It loads into the, whatchamacallit. So that was there. Remember those 4 that I told you, those 10 mil mags by, these Pez dispensers? Here's 2 more. So what here? Oh, it's not drugs. Here's the candy for those Pez dispensers, but this is for 357-38 special. If you know snap caps, there's about 2 dozen in here. I know a dude that knows a dude. Guess what? Another one. Remember, I just showed you 6. There's 1 more. So, flashlights. Oh, this is for the Boy Scouts, and this is for whatever, some kind of tactical one. I haven't tested them yet, but who knows? More snap caps. 357-38 special. Here they are. What the heck is this? LWD Comp 40. Compensator for a pistol. Oh, for 40 S&W 916s by 24. Well, I know a dude that needs something like this. What's in this little... Oh, shit. I didn't know. I guess for a 7-rounder? for a 357 Smith & Wesson cylinder. Huh. Didn't know that was there. And I know a dude that has one. And Glock Armor's Toolkit. All right. So as you can see, it's by, you know, this person bought it from Brownells. So it's a 332nd punch, 316 nut driver, 0.05 hex driver pouch, you know, for Glocks. 45 ACP, only one in there. This is the candy for those Pez dispensers if you have one of those. And so, what else? Oh shit. Oh. Some form of tools. I haven't even checked them out. Let's find out. You know, anyways, there's something pointy right there. I almost jabbed myself. You guys are hearing wind? We're getting a gust. Oh crap. Look at these brass punches. You see that? That was in there. Grace USA. Handcrafted tools made in America. Grace USA tools. Well, they're going to have to let them know that I got some of their stuff, you know, at a someone's preps. So all this stuff is something that I can use. Yeah, I used to be a unit armor, you know, back in the days. Anyways, so let's put that back. I didn't know I had this in there. I just grab it and just tuck it in. I see something that could be something. I just grab. Oh, what the heck? Alpha Wolf Brownells fits a Glock 20. So these mags for a Glock 20, 10 mil. Oh yes, length 5.20 by 132 millimeters. You know the difference in metric and standard. Made in the USA. How often do you find stuff like that made in this threaded barrel? It's been open. Well, let's find out. Yeah. See? Alpha Wolf. Oh my gosh. For a Glock 10 mil? Threaded barrel. I just grab and go. I saw a package that says made in the USA. See right there? Because, you know, the time that you have going through these, you know, thrift stores, you know, whatever they ask for the stuff, you know, just pay them off, you know, because you know that they got to move stuff, you know, they got to get their money's worth back. Oh. We all know what this is. 5-round, you know, 38 special. Just load your speed loaders in there. Guess what? Oh, geez, another tool. TK Customs. You know, TK Customs. I don't know what it's for, but I'll find out later. See? Oh, Jesus. Anyways. Look at that. Well built. It's a tool for something. You know, if you guys know, let me know in the comments. So that was one box. I'm not saying this all came in one day. You know, I go back because they don't bring everything out in one shot. They do a little at a time. They sort it through and they make it, you know, keep it there. Springs. Custom tune springs. 327. It's a kit. You know, Glock 17 and Glock 17L, 20 and 22 springs. And these are from Wilson Combat. Okay, Wilson Combat's good. It's excellent. Here's another one. Brass Stacker Brand Products Guide Rod RSA Recoil Spring Assembly for Glock. What kind of Glock? Let's find out. Model Glock 20 and 22. No, Glock G20 and G21. 22-pound increased power spring black screw. Made in America, too. As you can see, you know. Man, where did I get this time? Oh, another one, 45 ACP. Oh, you know, Glock, the original Glock reloader. What else do I got here? From Brownells. A 3.5 pound connector. To what? I have no idea. Oh, it's probably for the internals of a Glock, as you can see here. But Brownells, 3.5 pound connector. So it's probably for a Glock. This guy's a Glock guy. Oh, this is the part I did see. All right. It wasn't on in the main common area. They held this back for me. So it's a Colt Deluxe 5 and 10 Molly, you know, a pistol mag pouch. That's just a pouch, but it's made in Chinese yet, as you can see. But look what it was in there. One, right, 10 mil. Another one. Another Pez dispenser. An empty Pez dispenser. Look, high capacity, is it? Yeah, 15 rounds. Another one, the original one. It says OG. So, oh, California compliant 10 rounder. Let me switch one of these out. Oh, these are 10 rounder. This 10 rounder, 10 rounder, 10 rounder, 10 rounder. Damn, another 10 rounder. Damn. So there's only 4 of these high capacity 15s, right? Oh man. So let's do a count. Remember I started up with 4? There's, guess what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And 4 of them are high capacity, and they have ammo in them. So they got the candy in them and the dispenser. So the Pez dispensers are nice. But I know a dude that knows a dude that can, you know, use these things. So here's a pouch. There it is. And guess what? That was one box.